welcome to That's Vegetarian. I'm your host, Karen Buchholz. Today we're going to be making some pumpkin flax quick bread. Now, it's a vegan recipe. We're using flaxseed instead of eggs, and we're also using the common leavening ingredients of baking soda, baking powder, and salt. Remember to measure them as accurately as possible because baking is an exact science. You can't be as improv-based with such ingredients as you are in cooking. We're using pureed pumpkin. You can puree the pumpkin yourself after baking it, or you can get canned pumpkin, but make sure it's pumpkin, not pumpkin pie filling, two different ingredients. We're going to be using whole wheat flour and white flour. You don't need to use pastry flour. You can if you want, but we're just using regular flour. We have cinnamon, cloves, and nutmeg that we're using to spice it up. And we're going to add some walnuts and cranberry at the end. We're going to start off by greasing a 9x5 loaf pan and setting that aside so we can then mix our wet ingredients together. I'm using the misto filled with regular vegetable oil to coat the pan. Instead of using the normal, you'd spread it with butter. This will give it a lighter coating so there'll be less calories and fat in the bread. We're going to start with the flaxseed and the water and put them in the mixing bowl. If you can whisk them together with just a whisk. I have the lovely mixer, so we'll just be adding the flaxseed to the water. And whisking it together. If a little bit of the flaxseed gets caught on the side, you can just scrape it with a spatula to get it in the water. We'll just whisk it together for about a minute on a medium-high speed. Okay, so now to that we're going to add a half a cup of applesauce, unsweetened, and what's great about these little cups is that they're half a cup. So I just added sugar. The sugar is one place where you can do a little bit of improv and change it up a little bit. Normally the recipe would have called for a cup and a half of sugar, and I only use 3/4 of a cup. We'll get a little bit of tarty sweetness from the cranberry, so there's no need to add as much. And then we need a cup of the canned pumpkin. Measure that out. Okay, and now we're going to mix this all together. We're going to add the white flour to the wheat flour, just measuring out. And we're at a cup and 2/3. Fantastic. We're going to add the spices. Cinnamon, cloves, and we are going to add the baking powder and baking soda and salt. One of the important reasons for mixing the dry ingredients together first is so that it avoids clumping. So now we're going to add the well-mixed dry ingredients to the wet mixture. We'll mix the batter at a medium speed until smooth. We'll add a half a cup of our walnuts and a cup of fresh cranberries. We're now going to stir until it is well blended. Let's gently pour the batter into our 9x5 greased loaf pan. and smooth it out until even in the pan. We place it in a 350 degrees preheated oven for 70 to 75 minutes. The timer just went off, so let's check and see if our bread is ready. What we're going to do is we're going to stick a butter knife in it to test to see if it comes out clean. Okay, and voila, comes out clean, means it's done. The bread is vegan. It is made with partially whole wheat flour, so that makes it healthier as well. We have the walnuts in there, which are a great source of omega-3s for vegetarians. So it's a very, very enjoyable bread that you can serve to your vegan and non-vegan friends alike. That's vegetarian.